This is an interesting part about the songwriting that I heard on Future This was the songs were up tempo, which I really liked. But a lot of bands when they write up tempo songs, the songs feel rushed. But your songs actually felt like they breathed, and I thought like that was really cool because you were taking your time with the songs within the songs, which is actually difficult to do because a lot of them had a beat; they were faster.
Okay, well, yeah, that's nice that you say that because I think we wanted the tempos to be faster. And we wanted a lot of the beats in the first record was quite square. Sometimes I felt like because I came from before the Big Pink, my history was sort of more industrial stuff and sometimes that kind of noise industrial beats do get a little bit square, and I wanted to put more groove into it and in swing, which I hadn't really ever got into, and bass, like all the bass in the first record was that kind of G and Mary Chain straight kind of punk bass thing, and we really talked a lot about like trying to find movement. We looked into funk stuff and like we just looked in different areas to see how we could make kind of the rhythm section.
But it's not scattered. Like that's what's cool. It's not. It's definitely a focused sound.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because I think we kind of working with Paul Epworth was really good as well. We kind of cut off all the fat, I think, from our production. I think.
When you mentioned the influences of what you're pulling from, but there's also a hip hop element too.
Yeah.
That brings the percussion into the rock.
Well, it was that kind of we're influenced by like everything we've ever been that's ever really turned us on, and hip hop has just been a constant in our lives, and it's things like Wu-Tang and and Dre and all those things we grew up with when we were kids. It's all there, and I guess we just when we write a song we just pull from these different influences.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's hip hop heavy, sometimes it's like I don't know, noise based or whatever. So.
And we were talking earlier about how it starts with a beat. You have an acoustic guitar, but essentially your songs start with that bass line.
Yeah. No, it's all about the groove and the beat for some reason.
And is that where you start with the songwriting process?
Yeah.
And you start with that, you feel that, and then you get into your head a little bit more with the lyrics.
I think on this record, I think we definitely started a lot of the time with the beats and the bass. I think on the first record, like we used to do this thing where we would just create like noise layers, and then we would cut back into that and then sample those noise layers, and that's how we would build up from that point. But this time, I wanted to get a good groove before I started throwing all the noise in, and we kind of sampled ourselves on the first record, and this time we kind of...
That's cool.
Yeah, this time we kind of pinched...
And didn't you have a line in there, A Brief History of Love?
Yeah, we did that, yeah.
Now, was that title influenced at all by Stephen Hawking?
It actually was. I'd forgotten about that, and it was Milo came up with it, and it was actually just the name of one of the songs, and then like when we were trying to figure out the title of the track, title of the album, we were like... just made sense. Like, sometimes people think it's like a concept record, but it seemed to all tie in. It kind of worked well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Even accidentally.
Accidentally. Yeah. No, it was really cool. And I like Future This had that kind of, like brief history. Future This all seemed to tie in as well.
Are you excited to see Dre? Are you going to stay for Dre Sunday night?
We can't. I really want to.
That's an outrage.
Yeah.
Do you need me to call somebody?
Brandon's a Nate Dogg hologram.
Oh.
Well, you're in LA for the next week. We're talking about you playing the Echoplex next Thursday.
Yeah.
You're not able to stay through the festival?
No, we got a San Francisco on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we got a New York show on the Monday afterwards, so we got to leave on.
Wow.
Party in the Hollywood Hills at the Big Pink House next week.
Mulholland Drive.
I'm already there.
If you can hear us, you can party with us.
Yeah. Playing a lot of festivals, and I mean we're just kind of now getting into the festival scene, the festival season.
Yeah.
Any bands recently that you've heard that you've just been like, wow, those guys are really doing some cool stuff?
Because I heard that Radiohead's real good.
Yeah.
They're coming along.
Are they coming on? Good. I haven't been into Radiohead for a while. I do like Radiohead. I mean, it's one of those things where if they got a new record out, I don't know any of this kind of thing.
They did some In Rainbows. Was that there was something else after In Rainbows?
Yeah.
They've been putting out on their own. They've been kind of going off the radar.
Like Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
I lost track after. But things like songs like Idiotech, I think are one of the best songs ever written, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And and I I find Radiohead, you always go back and get influenced by some of the earlier stuff. And I mean, Kid A and OK Computer, I mean, they're pretty amazing.
The bands.
Have you played bigger festivals than Coachella? I mean, will this be the biggest crowd you play for?
I think Lollapalooza is a bit bigger. Is that bigger? I don't know.
It's about on par.
Is it on
Yeah.
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury's great.
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury, the
That's like a
European
city.
festivals are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading was one of my favorite
That's-
musical events I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
it changed my life.
Yeah, it's always, Reading's great, and then you have to play Leeds. That's no problem.
Yeah.